Hi, I'm Paul, your hot pot locksmith, and if you're watching this video, chances are you've just been searching for French door locks. Great news for you, you're in exactly the right place. That's exactly what we're going to talk about in this video. And this is quite possibly my favourite, and that's lock. So this particular one here is fit over an Ultion cylinder. Doesn't need to be, but that's how this one is displayed, as it's made by the same manufacturer. Very easy on the eye. It is a sold secure. It's the only high security handle actually on the sold secure list. It is a British standard 2-star, but that's because 2-star is the highest rating that you can give a handle. But where it does in terms of talking, so in an official manner, so to speak, or from an accreditation point of view, it stands out because it's the only handle on the sold secure list. It's easy on the eye, but this curved design is actually a security feature, and it's designed as a curve so that a would-be lock snapper can't grip the handle in order to snap it and then attack the lock. But all the locking is on the inside, and it's really simple. When you shut your door, you lift your handle and you flip the switch down, and that is locked. Similar to padlock, when fitting these, you change the spindle, and you can see there, like padlock, you've got the knuckle here, some grooves on the inside. It also has grub screws that you tighten with your Allen key, which will hold the spindle from the inside. You'll see a slight groove here as well. This is so if somebody goes absolutely crazy trying to snap or trying to force the handle, this will deliberately sacrifice itself and break. So the handle will just spin round and round, but not actually be able to unlock your door. So it's a bit of a beast, but it also looks very easy on the eye. And whilst we're talking about how it looks, this shiny finish here has been tested thoroughly in a salt spray machine and comes with a 20-year guarantee. I can tell you now, you'll need new handles long before the appearance disappears. This isn't the shiny finish isn't going to weather. It's not going to look all rusted and start to go funny within sort of a couple of years. So that's another added bonus. The other thing I like about this is there's the keyless version. Now, if you have two other doors, so if you have, say, a front door and a side door that you can use to get in and out with a key, you're probably never ever going to use your French doors to leave the house. Yes, you might open the door to go into your garden. I suspect you do that quite a lot in summer, but you're not going to use it as a way to leave the house to go to work, where you're going to lock the door behind you and go to wherever you're going to. So if your French doors are your third door, we have the keyless version, which means your French doors are locked solely on the switch of the handle. This gives you, like the thumb turn on a cylinder, it gives you a keyless escape. It means that in summer you've got the convenience of just flicking a switch and walking into your garden, or coming in from the garden, shutting the door, lifting the handle and flicking the switch down to be lock secure. But also, if you were a burglar looking for a lock to snap, there is no lock to snap. So you've immediately taken that option away from the burglar. So you have got the choice of either having lock working alongside the cylinder, or you can have it working completely on its own with the keyless version. Both very easy on the eye, great high security solutions. We retail these, we'll put a link in the video. In white and black, they're £40. In chrome, gold or brushed steel, they're £60, or we can fit them for you. If in the West Yorkshire area, we'd fit these, so the white and black we fit for £75, that's supplied and fitted, and in the chrome, gold and brushed steel, they're £95 each, supplied and fitted. Very cost effective, really easy on the eye, and without a doubt, I think my favourite or my pick of the four methods. So padlock has been on the market for a few years now. It even had a show a few years ago on Dragon's Den, and I think it became really quite popular from there. But this again is another very cost-effective solution for French doors because it's one device that locks over both handles, so it's one device to secure both. So I'm just going to take this one out of the box. Now when you receive padlock, you'll notice, as well as the part that most of us would recognise that sits over the handles, you'll be supplied with 2 spindles. This is really important. If you are going to have padlock, you must change the spindles. I'll take a closer look at these for you. So all you need to do to fit this is remove the handle, and as you can see here, it's 2 screws on your handles, and when you take your handles off, you'll have the spindle that runs between the 2 handles front to back. But the spindle that's in there already is effectively just a flat square block, completely flat, and in theory, if somebody was to attack your handles from the outside and take the handle off completely, they could push the spindle through, and therefore your security would just drop off on the inside. So what Padlock have done is they created this patented spindle, and you'll see here there's a little knuckle on here. So what you would do is on the outside of your door, you push this through to the internal side, and on the internal side there's some little grooves on the spindle, for which you would push one of these over, and this would create a knuckle on the internal side. You push this in right up to the door's mechanism inside the plastic UPVC, and what that would do when you push this onto the internal side and you've already got the knuckle that's placed on the outside of the spindle, is if you try to push the spindle or pull it, it would just stay perfectly still inside your door. You won't be able to push or pull the spindle out. So remember, if you don't do that, then you've only really got a deterrent on your door. It's not going to have anywhere near the level of security that you would probably wish for. But having done that, using this, once you've fit it and you've done it once, because that's all you need to do, is you push your finger and thumb together to pull padlock apart, and then you just slide it over the handles, and there we go, and that's on. I guess one of the nice things about this is it's a visual deterrent. Immediately when if a would-be lock snapping burglar was to check out your French doors, they'll see that you've got something on there. So it's very much a visual deterrent. We retail it, again we'll put a link on there. You can purchase this from us for £50. We can fit it. If you want us to do the change of the spindle, bear in mind you may have to cut the spindle down, but there's a couple of grooves on the spindle to help you out. But if you have a vice and a saw, you should be able to fit this yourself. But if you want us to fit it, we can supply, deliver and fit for 110. But if you're happy that you can sort of cut one of these down, you've got the tools to do it, and you're happy to take this on, then for £50 you can purchase this from helplocks.com. A link will be in this video. Okay, so one of the most obvious ways that we can upgrade our security on our French doors is simply upgrading the lock to a TS007 3-star, or preferably if you can get a Sold Secure diamond grade. The one we have here is the Ultion. And your cylinder, you would literally just take one cylinder out and push the other cylinder in. Really, really easy upgrade, and really quite an obvious one. However, in terms of fitting them yourself, the door that you always open first on the French doors should be quite straightforward if you know how to change locks. The slave side, as we call it, which is the second side you open on your French doors, the screw for the handle tends to be tucked away. And unless you've done it before, you might find that you're maybe not wanting to change that cylinder yourself. So it's probably a job you're more than likely going to have someone do for you in terms of fitting. But we strongly recommend upgrading cylinders. That's probably the most obvious way to upgrade security on your French doors. But while you're at it, why not go keyless? So this here is a thumb turn. So you can see on the front there we have the Ultion cylinder, which is displayed in this box. But on the inside, instead of using a key, it has a built-in thumb turn. So I'll just show you how this works. Let's take it out the inside. Okay, so just by turning the thumb turn, you can lock the door, and that means that you can give yourself a keyless exit. It doubles up as a fire escape. But being on your French doors, when you're going out into your garden in the summer, you can just twist your lock without having to think about where your keys are, and open your French doors and walk out into your garden. Nice and easy. Okay, so we're going to start with the Trusty Sash Jammer. Most people seem to have heard of these. The downside to this, I guess, is there are a lot of copy sash jammers on the market. So I do recommend, if you are going to go with sash jammers as your preferred method, please make sure that you look for one where you've got a full sash jammer kit. They range in price on certain very popular websites. I've seen them as cheap as a pack of 8 for £10. That being said, when I've seen them, it leaves me wondering very much how on earth they're supposed to do the job they are designed to do. Some pretty awful versions of these out there. The one that I'm going to recommend is the Fab & Fix. Fab & Fix, who are owned by Era. They're the UK's largest home security manufacturer. Been around for a long time. Fab & Fix do this. This is the sash jammer pack. You can see the sash jammer is here with a couple of packers in case if you require them. But the reason why we have the kit is really, I don't know if you really can see on the camera, but there's just two. So these two. These here, what you do is, if you think when you're drilling into a UPVC, if you've got a UPVC frame going around your French doors, you drill into it and you're drilling into thin air. So if you were to just screw something into hollow plastic, there's nothing holding that screw in. So what these do, when you drill your hole, you pop these inside the hole, and as you're putting the screw into them, they expand behind the plastic and that holds the screw in. So there's actually something physically holding the sash jammer into the frame. I've seen so many poor versions of these and poorly fit versions of these that are just hanging out of the door, and it's little wonder that these are easily bypassed if you buy the wrong kind of sash jammer. Now, we will put a link in there. We retail these, the Fab & Fix sash jammer kit. Remember, this is a kit, not just a sash jammer. The sash jammer kits will retail for £8.50, but bear in mind that you're going to need, if you've got securing French doors, you're going to need 4 of these. So realistically, you need to budget for £34 for 4 sash jammers, and that's to fit them yourself. We can, for West Yorkshire customers, we can fit these for you, but in truth, it's not something that we do a lot of, because in terms of being cost effective, if you're going to buy 4 of these and pay a fitting fee, then we're now starting to look at better ways of spending that money. If you're wanting to keep on a very, very tight budget and you're prepared to fit these yourself, then fair enough, that's worth doing. But if you're going to have somebody fit them for you, then it might be worth considering some of the other options on there, and those options we're going to look at now.